Sanbonani, igama lami Ntshieng Mokroro, the creative director of Olive Tree Theatre and curator of Women's Theatre Festival. So let me start by talking about Olive Tree Theatre, how it was founded and all that. So the reason why I started the Olive Tree Theatre, it's because I felt Alexandra as a township is neglected, is being ignored, and it's 104 years this year, and it has produced a lot of legends and celebrities, but still nobody cares about it. It's like a neglected child. So I felt like we need something in our community, and then I felt like, okay, let me start Olive Tree Theatre and see how it goes. When it started, really, in terms of finding and getting the building, it was by chance. It was a chance through a friend of a friend who said there's a space. And when we came here, I remembered that I've been here before, but there were people living in this space. And there were shacks, and people had partitions inside this beautiful hall. And then I fell in love with the space anyway, for a mere fact that there were people living in here, and we're going to tell stories of people and stories of such people. And then when it started in 2012, 2013, as part of the Women's Theatre Festival. I needed to find a space for the Women's Theatre Festival. And basically the focus, it was more on a space for women, where women can come and express themselves with regards to the gatekeeping that is happening in our main institutions. It's very difficult, or it was rather very difficult and very frustrating for women in the industry, because then you have to work twice as hard. You constantly have to prove yourself to be accepted in an institution, for your work to be produced, and also your work, if it gets produced, it was going to be diluted, or it was rather diluted in terms of you tell a black story through white eyes, and which frustrated me a lot. And I thought this space is a space where we can tell our own stories, and we can even tell our own stories with our own language. And then, yeah, that's how it came about. And so far we've seen a whole lot of women participating, taking part, and bringing shows in the space. But as time goes on, we became even more open to, produce men and accept actually male theater practitioners to be part of this space. So yeah, to cut a long story short, this is we call it an incubator, or we call it a cultural hub, because now we're not only focusing on theater, but any emerging artist who has got a gift or who's talented can come use the space. We have emerging musicians, we have visual artists coming to put up their work here. We have people who do arts and crafts who come and sell their stuff here. So this is where we are, and this is who we are. And now, talking about the Women's Theatre Festival. Women's Theatre Festival also started in 2012, and then when it started, also it was space for women to come and share their stories, and also not South African women, but also women from other countries. So our focus is more on the SADC region, but we also have women from overseas, like New York, Toronto, Jamaica, coming to be part of this festival. And this year, as part of the Women's Theatre Festival, we sort of decided to honor and recognize women who are really contributing in this country, especially black women. We've seen time and again black women giving back to, or contributing rather back to the industry, women who are very fierce, women who are spearheading the industry, and we have a lot of them nationwide. And often when you go to these award ceremonies, you hardly, or you can either find one or two people being represented there, and then yet we have our strong women and very intelligent women who are doing a lot. And then we thought of having this award just to recognize, to give recognition, to honor the great work that they are doing, to celebrate them as human beings who are contributing back and uplifting really other women, taking other women who are emerging and being role models to up and coming women. And our first recipient this year is Waruna Siani. We all know Waruna Siani. We all know the struggles that she has gone through. We all know how vocal she is when it comes to, in terms of race issues in the industry, gatekeeping in the industry, and also that the fact that she was the first black woman to be an artistic director of an institution in the country. And we're saying to her, we see you and we honor you and we celebrate you and we want to emulate you. You are our role model, and keep on keeping on, carry on carrying on. This is not a competition, and not even once this is going to be nominations. We're not going to nominate every year. We will select, a panel of artists will sit down and nominate and honor one person. So it's not going to be an issue of going around and asking people to nominate, because this is a very, very special award. Thank you so much for your time and for listening. Oh my God, you're putting me under so much pressure because I want to hide.
Oh, shame. I'm gonna go now.
Yes,
I'll let you know when I've landed.
please do.
When I'm home.
Please do.
Thank you so much.
Man, I feel so good. I didn't spend even a minute with you today.
Time will come.
I'm gonna send you stuff.
Yes.
Right? I'm gonna send you stuff.
Yes.
And thank you. Thank you. Thank you.